Hey guys, welcome again to another video tutorial. I'll be showing you how to retouch hair, and my name is Shane. Okay, first thing I usually do for this is I'll create another curves adjustment layer. And it's technically the same thing like dodging and burning. Look at the darkness in the hair. Decrease it, Control I, and let's name that burn. Let's create another adjustment layer, curves, increase it, and look at all the highlights. Control I, and let's name that dodge. Then I like to zoom in and see what's going on with this magnificent model. Let's select my brush tool. Make sure the opacity is about anywhere from 5 to 20%. Switch your foreground and background colors to black and white using the D keypad. Okay, we're on the burn layer. So now I would look for all the shadows. Another thing is creating a black and white layer, so you can see all the highlights and the darkness and the shadows and all that good stuff. Let's move this to the top. Now again, selecting the burn layer, opacity 16%. Let's paint in all of the dark parts, dark areas. For hair, I usually make the opacity higher so that way you can see a dramatic change, because with hair it's more forgiving with the shadows. It also makes you be able to get rid of all these strands. If you just darken it, you see some of them disappearing. Learn your shadows, look at all of them, and just keep painting. Don't paint in the highlights, unless you want to, that is. And again, hair is more forgiving, so you can always bump your opacity up really, really high so you can get more depth. Remember, shrink your brush. Don't paint too much highlights. You can always go back, but you don't want to do too much work on this. Reading all the shadows, viewing all of them. Nice, quick, and easy. Paint away, have some fun. I'm rambling now. I am rambling. Okay, let's look at it. That's all that I painted. And again, usually what I do is go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur, so I can even out all the tones. Look at that. Let's bring it down a bit. Press OK. And already you can see the difference in the hair. Now let's go to the dodge and target all the highlights. Same concept. Make your opacity down a little bit more. Oh, maybe down a little bit more than that. Oops, sorry. Select the dodge layer. Paint it in, just like that. All in there. It gets better if you decrease your opacity and you paint over it more than once. It makes it build up. So like for example, areas like this, which is lighter, paint over it more than once. Areas like this, which is darker, you give it a subtle change, so you only paint over it a couple times. Shrink your brush size to the size of the hair. the size of the highlights. Makes it easier. So when you do use your Gaussian blur, it blends with your shadows. Nice, quick, and easy. Now let's look at before and after. That's everything that I painted. Let's use our Gaussian blur again. Look at all the tones, how it blends out. Now for highlights, I usually don't blur it too much because you want it to be really sharp. So about 4.75 will be fine. You can go higher and lower if you need to. Now let's look at the image. Let's put these in a group. Select the layers and press Ctrl G to put them in a group. That's before, that's after. Before and after. Hope you like this tutorial. Stay tuned for some more.